YouTube crew, what is going on, and welcome back. Now today we are talking about an absolutely crucial rebirth strategy that you really have to be doing if you want to start getting higher kill games, getting 20 kills in a game, getting 30 kills in a game. So first things first, I want you to take a few seconds, comment hashtag rebirth down in the comments below so that we can get pushed in the algorithm, and let's go ahead and jump in. So today we're going to be talking about how to successfully farm teams and lobbies in Rebirth. Now, if you understand the concept of farming already and what it is, I want you to go ahead and fast forward to the gameplay breakdown. I'm breaking down a situation where I get 13 kills from one team simply by farming them. So I'm going to take you through my mindset as a 4KD player, what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, and how I successfully farm that team. Now, if you don't understand the concept of farming, I'm going to spend about a minute, maybe minute and a half, talking about what exactly it is, how we do it, and why we do it to get higher kill games. So let's go ahead and jump into that. So I'm going to explain the concept of farming teams and lobbies in Rebirth by really answering three questions for you. The first is going to be, what is it? What is farming teams? And the answer to that is, farming teams is leaving the last player on an enemy team alive to really take advantage of the Rebirth respawn dynamic. The fact that after a certain amount of time, that person's teammates are now going to fly back in, which leads me to question number two. Why do we do this? What is the purpose of farming teams? And the answer is, to give us an opportunity to get higher kill games. When we get down to that last person, by letting that person live and letting that person's teammates fly back in, we now have an opportunity to get more kills. And when we do that over and over and over again, like you're going to see in this gameplay breakdown, I'm able to get 13 kills from one team. Even though it's only a team of 3, I was playing trios, I get 13 kills from this one team. So by farming teams and lobbies really well, it gives us an opportunity to start getting those 20 kill games and 30 kill games. Now, the last question that I have is, who should you farm? What team should you farm? And the answer is a team that is equal to or lower than your skill level. If you run into a sweaty squad, you don't want to farm them because that team's going to come back and find a way to kill you. So you want to be farming teams that are equal to or lesser or below your skill level so you can really take advantage of being able to reposition well and use your mini-map to your advantage to figure out where they are and just keep killing them over and over and over again. Now, I know farming teams is a little bit more of a complex topic and advanced gameplay strategy, so if you have questions, let me know down in the comments below. I'm going to be really diligent about answering questions that you have. So let's go ahead and jump into this gameplay breakdown. So before we jump into this gameplay breakdown here, where I pick up 13 kills from a single team simply by farming them, my whole goal is simply to help people get better at Rebirth. That's it. I took my KD from a 0.7 to over a 4 KD, and I do videos every single day just trying to help people get better. So if you are looking to get better at Rebirth, just think about hitting that subscribe button so my content pops up a little bit more often for you. And then if you want to hit that notification bell so you get notifications every day when I post, you could do that as well. So let's go ahead and jump in here. As you can see, we have 8 kills. I have 8 other teams still up. We do have a UAV. We're going to go ahead and push over towards living quarters. Now, the first thing that I see is these 2 dots that are very close together, both kind of above me. So we're going to keep that in mind here. Now, as I turn this corner, this first guy jumps out, and just watch how I strafe back and forth a little bit. This isn't a movement video. I'm doing a movement video very soon about how to really use movement to your advantage, but I see 2 dots, so I know there's still 2 people alive, both people on my level at this point. Now, right here, I slow down. And I don't really push anything, not because it's a 1v2 situation, but because I'm taking advantage of the respawn dynamic, waiting for my teammates to come back alive. So we're going to go ahead and push over this way. At this point, I can go ahead and challenge. There's 2 people very close by. I'm going to go ahead and take this jump spot here, which is one of my favorite jump spots. And I break him. I missed the throwing knife, and now I go ahead and challenge. Now, this is the first time that I'm actually in a really bad spot. Because notice right here. Now, the immediate... right there. So I turn. I don't even have a chance to look at the mini-map here. Now, thankfully, this second person, because I slowed down a little bit a few seconds ago, this second person's flying back in. So I'm actually going to go ahead and slide in, use my movement there, get that down, get that thirst in. Notice he's on my level. So now I'm going to go ahead and push back here. Slow down, pause, let this team come back in. And I'm just going to play it up. I'm going to take my time. I don't really have a timer in my head. That is kind of one thing to think about is it's about 30 seconds. So I check back that side to make sure nobody's there. And I want you to listen here. I'm going to stop talking for a second. I'm going to hear the stun be thrown into this building next to me. Now, let's talk IQ plays, right? If somebody is throwing a stun into a building, most likely they are testing out to see if somebody's on that top floor, which means that guy is going to be pushing in the bottom floor. Watch how I play this. There's the stun. I'm going to anticipate him being bottom. Boom, we get the down, we get the thirst. 2 people flying back in. So again, I'm going to let them regain a little bit. I'm going to plate up, take my time. This was actually during a time when I was shadow banned, so this was a my second account, which is why I switched that Bren right there. I was trying to get the best Bren possible. Didn't know which one I had. I was basically rolling around with just an MP40 and picking up an AR. Now I get that down. I'm going to get this thirst. This is actually the 1 kill out of the 13 that's not on this team. You can see that guy's way over there. So by this time, I know I can start to challenge this first team again. We have 35 meters this way. I'm going to go and hit this jump spot. By the way, if you don't know about this jump spot, another one of my favorite. There's a lot of great jump spots in living quarters. This is a great way from this building to challenge somebody in. It's a little bit of a tougher jump spot to make, but it's an easy way to challenge because they never expect it. So right there, we get the down, we get the thirst. Boom, and I want you to watch this dot right here. Watch the way this dot is moving and which way he's pushing, because as soon as you get that down, as soon as you get the thirst, check your mini-map, see where people are moving to. So I'm going to see that he's moving my way. And this is a great example of how to farm teams right here. So 2 players still alive. I'm going to get the down. I'm going to go ahead and reposition. I'm going to get the thirst. Now I know this person's the last alive, so I'm going to go ahead and push back. I'm going to let this team respawn back in. And at this point, we are at 7 kills. I mean, the one solo kill, but 6 kills from this team, and I'm just going to keep farming them. We end up finishing when we're done with this team at 21 kills. We end up dropping 23 this game, but we're actually not going to break down the end game today. So I'm trying to see what I can find. And I grabbed that bounty just for cash purposes and try to pick up information about where people are and kind of kill some time. Now, I know there's 2 people on Heartbeat, right? 1 person just flew into the big living building. So I know there's one in here. He jumps out on me. I'm going to hit shots, hit the throwing knife. 2 people alive. And that's kind of my thought process. Of, okay, how many people are alive? If there's 2 people alive, I can go challenge 1 more and get a kill. If it's only 1 person alive, then I'm going to slow down, let those teammates respawn back in. And notice, I know this team's not very good. This was a 1.23 KD lobby, I think. This was a pretty sweaty lobby. I just happened to find the team that wasn't as good. So much of farming kills, and I talked about this with my players who weren't totally sure what farming is. Part of farming kills is just finding a team that's not that sweaty and farming that team over and over again. If you come across a sweaty team, get them out. You don't want to deal with them. You don't want to be constantly killing each other, beating each other up. Just try to get them out if possible, and then go find the teams that aren't as good. Farm those teams instead. So I'm trying to see what I can find here. Don't really see anything. And I'm going to go over a quick tip real quick. As you are approaching ladders from the top, if you hit the left trigger, you're actually going to get onto the ladder. You won't jump off. So you'll see here I use this to my advantage. I'm going to go ahead and hit this jump spot. I see him. Unfortunately, I fall down. I'm not able to get it. So I'm going to go ahead and push up here. Anticipate top of the stairs. Anticipate right there. Watch me center on the corner here. Boom. We'll look at my centering. I could have been a little bit higher, but that's tough in terms of levels. It's an easy adjustment. I do take a little bit of damage there. Now, look. 2 people alive. 1 person floating in. Pay attention to this dot right here. Immediately go to the minimap. I can see that he's chasing me. I also hear the comms. Use death comms to your advantage. He said, he's low. He's low. Push, push. At which point, I know this guy is chasing me, so I got to be cognizant of that. I have to push back and replay. Now, I'm trying to see what I can hear. I hear him right there. We get the down. 1 person alive straight across. So now we're going to play a little bit more patient. We're going to slow down a little bit. At this point, we're plus 10 since we started this video. I'm going to slow down a little bit. Let him respawn back in. And look, technically speaking, and I make a mistake here, but technically speaking, I've got a lot of time that I can still get kills, and I did not anticipate him being there. Did not anticipate, so I'm going to play quickly. I'll circle back to that thought in a second about what I was just saying in terms of the respawn dynamic. So I'm going to go ahead and push back here, replay. Now I'm ready to get back in the fight. Like, we're even. I have a heartbeat sensor, so I'm going to know where he is. I'm full plated. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get back in here. 16.6 and kind of to the left, but I'm not going to worry about them. I'm going to go worry about this guy. So as I push up here, he's going to jump. I hit him with a nasty drop shot. We're going to get the down, get the throwing knife, and I actually hear the guy land below me again. I can hear him chasing me right here. So you hear him laying down. So at this point, I know he's chasing me. I'm going to try to get upstairs and notice there's still 2 alive. So I can kill this guy, this first guy. So we're going to get the down. We're going to get the thirst. Last dot alive right here. Here's the mistake that I made. You can literally have people fly back in right now. Respawn's about to close. Those people are still going to be flying back in. So I could have farmed this team another round, essentially. I would have killed this guy below me. 2 more people would have flown in. I would have gotten those 2 kills as well. But instead, I ultimately just, especially with this guy pushing me, circles closing, I decided to just go ahead and re-challenge him. I'm going to go ahead and get the down, the thirst. There's the team right team wipe right there. And there you get a really good sense of how I go about farming kills, using the mini-map to my advantage, constantly repositioning, paying attention to how many people are alive, so that I can drop 13 kills from one single team. And as I mentioned, this game turns into a 23 kill game. Hope you found today's video helpful. Start to farm kills, especially the teams that aren't as good. Let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.